Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson would undoubtedly win the award for the worst Hollywood couple ever if there were such a thing. Actually, out of all her sisters, Khloe has arguably had the most turbulent relationships, and yet she keeps finding herself linked with the same person. Well, if there's one thing the Kardashians know how to do well, it is to put on a great show, and they do that all right. Unfortunately, for Jordyn Woods, Kylie's ex-best friend, she seems to have found herself in yet another Kardashian drama. You know the Jordyn that Tristan cheated on Khloe with, right? Yeah, that Jordyn. It was one hell of a ride in 2019. Well, she's back again, and this time, not in the way we thought. In fact, Khloe's followers are reflecting on what happened between the Kardashian family and Jordyn, who was 21 at the time, and how she was made to bear the brunt of the scandal, and they believe Khloe may not be as innocent as she made herself out to be. Following the scandal, Jordyn was charged with breaking into Khloe's house, and many people probably thought Jordyn was doomed. But she outwitted the Kardashians and has since prospered. More recently, Jordyn's boyfriend is said to have proposed to her. I believe the question now is if Khloe will attempt to end Jordyn's wonderful relationship since, let's face it, in her eyes, Jordyn shattered what would have been her happily ever after. What does she have to say about the girl who, in her own words, broke her home? And if she has truly forgiven Jordyn, why is she pressing about her alleged engagement? And why is Khloe not having it that Jordyn has finally moved on? And did Jordyn just play the Kardashians at their own game? Is that why Khloe can't seem to forgive her? But first of all, let's break it down for you. After the scandal, Jordyn went on Jada Pinkett's Red Table Talk show to speak her truth after the Kardashian family dragged her through the mud. I feel like I can't point fingers, and I can't say you did this or you did this because I allowed myself to be in that position. There was alcohol involved, I was drunk, but I was beyond the point of recollection. At least someone acknowledged the mess. Let me reiterate that Jordyn was only 19 years old when this incident occurred. In her interview around the Red Table, Jordyn acknowledged that she shared some of the culpability for the entire affair. Now, I'm not saying she shouldn't own up to her part in the issue, but how is it that she was more responsible than the NBA player who couldn't keep it in his trousers to quickly accept her mistake? Anyway, Jordyn went on to talk about what led up to the allegations that she had made out with Tristan. She said, "It was a kiss on the lips, but no tongue kiss, no making out, and I don't think he was wrong either because I allowed myself to be in that position." Jordyn claimed to be so stunned that she simply could not believe Tristan had kissed her, and who wouldn't be shocked, to be honest? She supposedly decided to act as if nothing had happened, but let's just say that she horribly failed to do so because, man, did that scandal rock her world. Things could have turned out a little differently if she had told Khloe the truth about what happened at the party when she called that night, but in her defense, she was attempting not to throw more fuel on the fire. Since it wasn't the NBA player's first attempt to play with his relationship and Khloe's emotions, we can't really blame her for it. And let's just say Khloe was not having this Red Table talk of a thing, because she saw red and called her a liar and a homebreaker as if her man was not already doing a good job of that.
Like my world got destroyed while Jordyn is doing press interviews about it? Who the do you think you are?
Khloe indeed went all out in her ranting at Kris Jenner for not intervening and blocking the interview before it was published. Okay, why is Hollywood's momager once again being held accountable? Khloe seems to have blamed everyone but her baby daddy, who has had a slew of cheating scandals, might I add.
I reacted out of emotion and I never should have tweeted. I don't even care to tweet. But Jordyn made a point to say in her interview, by the way, I'm not the reason why they broke up. And I was just reiterating, you are part of the reason.
Is Jordyn part of the reason? Oh no, it's all your dude, girl. Has Khloe suddenly forgotten Tristan's history and the numerous scandals he has faced for cheating? How did it come to be that Jordyn was to blame after all, even referring to Jordyn as being overweight? In my opinion, the entire Jordyn and Tristan issue, if we can call it that, appears to have been the straw that broke the camel's back, or in this case, the already tumultuous relationship between Khloe and Tristan. And the fact that Khloe still decided to take Tristan's side in all of this says a lot about her relationship bar level. No, really, the bar was set in hell when she tweeted, "Why are you lying at Jordyn Woods? If you're going to try and save yourself in public, instead of calling me privately to apologize first, at least be honest about your story. By the way, you are the reason my family broke up." Is it possible that Coco is unaware that Tristan and she would still be together if he weren't attempting to be generous with what's in his underwear? Or was she merely looking for someone to lay the blame on and vent her repressed rage on? Or maybe she didn't get the memo that Tristan was doing a fine job at ruining their home all by himself, and how in the world was Tristan able to remain in a family while Jordyn was just disposed of like gum stuck under a shoe? It's like the Jordyn and Tristan scandal broke and the revenge body star just went, whew, now pin the blame on a scapegoat. But you know, even if Khloe was so quick to forget Tristan's cheating past, we cannot forget it. Tristan even had a kid with another woman while he was with Khloe, and they were both expecting another child through surrogacy. Can you believe this? He even managed to take away the joy of having a second baby from her. Anyway, the thing here is that while they were both trying to stick it out to Jordyn, shouldn't Tristan be allowed to take the brunt of the blow? Or was he just given a pass because he was a baby daddy? Seems like a load of crap if you ask me. In addition, Khloe decided to play the monster beneath the bed with Jordyn by inciting internet animosity because she wanted the girl to be afraid of her. She did all this to defend a man who had cheated on her despite her efforts to protect him. Interestingly, the Kardashian women seem to defend their husbands throughout an infidelity scandal, but they go all out for the female. Why don't these women realize that tango requires two people? The decision to drag Jordyn, who was 21 at the time, was made by Khloe, her friends, and sisters Kourtney and Kim in season 16 of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Talk about a double standard. To fucking Kylie's fucking best friend who sat on a gold fucking shitting throne, like this she is so fucking whack that these fucking bitches think they can go ahead and fuck our men? A moment of silence for this one, please. Remind me, how did she let Kimora talk her into this one? She didn't stop there. She called Jordyn a fat fucking asshole. When she said that, she was met with a barrage of criticism because, as you know, for someone who has battled with her weight so much, she even had a show about it, it was a very reckless thing to simply throw around. Talking about throwing out, Jordyn got first-class treatment on that, alright, because the Kardashian clan basically kicked her out of their friend group and lives completely. I bet they were doing something, huh? The sisters probably thought Jordyn would be out on the streets without Kylie, but guess what? Jordyn proved them wrong and leveled up big time. After being expelled from the Kardashian family, Jordyn Woods seemed to get her moment to shine after all. She has been killing it ever since she stopped being Kylie's sidekick. Fans of the social media star said that she may have even outplayed the Kardashians at their own game, as she creates her own happiness, life, and brand.
I'm no homewrecker. I would never try to hurt someone's home, especially someone that I love.
Just so you know, she spilled the tea during the Red Table discussion. The Kardashians are accustomed to fabricating stories whenever a scandal arises to win public sympathy. Jordyn defied the family's custom this time by going on television to take charge of the story and redeem herself in the process. I bet they didn't see this one coming. Anyway, since then, Jordyn has been doing amazingly well for herself and thriving really well on her terms, and the fans are just here for it. Here is what one fan wrote. Needed to happen. Jordyn needed that friendship to end. She needed to cut ties with that family. And another fan wrote, it's the way she left the Kar-Jenners and found real happiness and love immediately. Hopped into a good relationship after leaving a suffocating one. Sometimes, God ends old things so you can start the new ones you've been asking for. So what is this relationship that got fans talking? What is this supposed romance that allegedly has Khloe kicking the air at this very moment? Let's get talking about it. After years of being close friends, Jordyn seemed to have found true love. In 2020, Jordyn Woods and Carl Anthony's relationship began to blossom. For the past 3 years, the two have been close and inseparable. And during their anniversary this May, the couple's fans thought they just might be willing to take their relationship to the next level. Fans noticed a sparkling ring on her finger, and speculation about the couple's impending marriage and engagement began to swirl. Fans have been going crazy trying to figure out whether their favorite basketball couple is starting to have a family. Jordyn's relationship with Karl Anthony Towns is everything Khloe wanted to be with Tristan. Do you know how every basketball team has an official it couple? Well, that's Jordyn and Karl now. They are even willing to take on the role of the power couple, as they confirmed in an interview. Khloe, meanwhile, is too ashamed of Tristan's actions for her to even show her face at his games any longer. And unlike Tristan, Karl always handles cheating suspicions as soon as they surface. Jordyn, whom they had given up hope for, is thriving, and even in a committed relationship with a man who is so willing to support her in public that he has even brought up the possibility of proposing to her. And with a possible marriage around the corner for Jordyn, what does Khloe have? Maybe she should just focus on her health and happiness and stop focusing on Jordyn. She should not be tweeting and humiliating herself over a man who is unable to keep it in his pants. and perhaps she should learn to stop giving Tristan any more chances. However, let us know your thoughts in the comment box down below.